This is Mrs. Tynemouth's favourite. Not that one, unfortunately. That one is. Now, these two products are fundamentally the same thing. They're both clear, sparkling, alcoholic drinks. The only major difference is the Moe is 10 times the price of the Lambrini. How isn't that strange? They both do the same job. You drink enough of this stuff. Yeah. You might drink a little bit more Lambrini. They're about the same. They'll both do this fundamentally the same job. If you drink enough of it, you will end up staggering home looking for a kebab. Okay? That's the way it works. Why do people buy the champagne when the Lambrini is the same sort of product? And I believe, and again this is from an old study, that the North East kind of consumes more champagne than anywhere outside of London per head. Why is that? What do? Price versus value. A couple of things to think about here. Just a couple of things to remember that are really, really important for you. I had a lovely example. I've had one example today and one example with a customer recently. Did some work with a customer last week, and what they said was, Neville, we've got a load of kind of dodgy shysters, dodgy characters working in our marketplace, and what I want to do, I want to develop a product that is second to none. I thought, that sounds really good. Absolutely second to none. Great, I said, I'll help you that sales side, lovely, here we go. And then he said, and I want to make it cheaper than all my competitors. Oh, why do you want to make it cheaper? Well, that's what I'll need to do. And we had a discussion about this, and I went, well, actually, do you? And I thought, when the guys at Audi made the latest Audi A4, do you think they sit around after and say, okay, we've made this new Audi, guys. What we need to do is, we need to make it cheaper than Hyundai, because Hyundai are really cheap. No, they don't. They sell on value rather than price. So that's top tip number 4. Make sure your customers understand the value of your product or service, not just the price. If you can make customers understand that, you can charge a premium and you can lock your competitors out. Last example. We're rattling through this, I think I'm on time, hopefully. Nobody shouted yet, so I must be doing okay. My favourite restaurant. Please don't tell Mrs. Tynemouth I go here regularly. My body's a temple and all that. Old and ruined, that is. I walk into McDonald's on a Friday, because that's a day I generally don't have McDonald's, and say, can I have a Big Mac meal, please? And I'm sure some of you, one or two of you might have been to McDonald's recently. And what's the first thing to say when you ask for something? Is it a large? And I stand there going, oh, no. Oh, yeah, go on then. Large fries, large drink, yes, please. Lovely, fantastic. Oh, McDonald's. So I'm fine. I'm thinking, Big Mac meal, large one, lovely. What's the next question they ask? They don't do this so often these days, but they still do ask it. I had this the other day. Would you like a dessert with that? Oh, no, couldn't possibly. I just ordered a large Big Mac meal. Actually, yeah, donut would be quite nice. Yeah, that'd be lovely. They've done two things really, really well there. They've upsold me from a standard meal to the more expensive meal, and they've cross-sold me from what's not a core product, from what's a core product in the kind of the burger and meal and the fries to a dessert. They've made more profit through the upsell, and they've made more profit through the cross-sell. And not wishing to be unkind, that's a 17-year-old lady or gentleman serving you at McDonald's, doing something relatively complex in selling terms, upselling and cross-selling. So the question is, can you do this with your business? Can you think about the products or services that you do and make sure that every single one of your customers understands them? Do you offer the cheapest product that you do, or do you offer the premium product and try and make more profit? Somebody stopped me today and said they offered a product or service downstairs, this was this morning, and said, actually, I can do it for 1/6 of our competitors' price. Didn't tell me anything about the value, but they were just really focused on the price. That's not what I want to hear. I want a premium product at times. I don't want to buy cheap. I want to buy really good value. So just stop and think about this. Can you make sure every single one of your customers understands all the products you do? How do you communicate with them? Do you speak to them regularly? Face to face? Do you meet them? Do you tell them the products you do? Do you speak to them over the phone? Do you communicate via email? Do you have a newsletter going out? Just think about all those ways you can communicate all your different products and services and make sure your customers understand what you do and why to buy from you. That's the final top tip, ladies and gentlemen. So what were they? Listen to your customers and really understand their requirements. Make sure you fully understand what your customers want. Make sure you listen to them. 2 ears, 1 mouth. The 60-second pitch. Remember that radio station that customers listen to? What's in it for me? If everything you do is built around that, your sales conversations will be much, much stronger. Suspects, prospects, and customers. Remember, what gets measured gets done. If you understand what work you're putting in and what output you're getting, you can then make sure you adjust your approach to get maximum return for your business. Sell on value over price. Make sure your customers understand the real value of your product or service as well as the price. And the last one, the McDonald's one, get more out of your existing customers. Upsell and cross-sell like a 17-year-old. Don't offer them donuts, that doesn't work. But think about the products and services you can upsell them to. Think about the non-core products you could potentially ask them about and sell to as well. So, that was 5 top tips to build your sales ability. I said at the start that we cover 3 main areas for customers in terms of developing their sales ability through sales training, sales coaching, and sales consultancy. I've been asked, fortunately for me, thank you, not to take questions. If anybody has any questions, I shall be floating about afterwards, but I've been asked in terms of getting people in and out not to take questions. I just want to say thank you very much for your time. Thanks very much for turning up and having a listen. And just one final thing to think about is, if you need new results, you need new results training. Thank you very much for your time.